Hi, and welcome to this Hidden History Hispanic Heritage Special. I'm Dave Graber.
And I'm Christy Kern. Over the next half hour, we will be honoring and celebrating the contributions Hispanic Americans have made and continue to make across the nation and right here in Western New York.
We begin with a look at Buffalo's rich Hispanic history.
We got a lot of history.
John Sanabria is largely considered the historian of Hispanic heritage in Western New York. It's not because of his charm, his wit, or his dashing looks. John is in his 70s, by the way, but because he lived it. The story of Western New York's Hispanic arrival and growth runs parallel to John's life. It's also important to Buffalo's Hispanic community to recognize, remember, and honor those who served in the U.S. military.
They say Hispanic American war veterans are a forgotten group, and they're working to change that. A special 8K run and walk has been held on Buffalo's west side for the past several years to raise money for Latino veterans. This year's race was held September 9th on Niagara Street. Jose Pizarro is the race director.
Our mission is to raise money for scholarships and for the Latino Veterans Museum and to honor our veterans, Latino veterans.
The cause is near and dear to Pizarro's heart. He was a corporal in the Marine Corps and served in Vietnam. He and others are working to build a lasting memorial to Latino veterans so their service in America is never forgotten.
I'm an American and I'm also Puerto Rican. I served from May 18th, 1966 to December 19th, 1968 with a year in Vietnam.
Hurricane Maria slammed into Puerto Rico in September of 2017 as a massive Category 5 storm with winds up to 175 miles an hour. Maria claimed more than 3,000 lives and left behind incredible devastation. Nearly 6% of the Puerto Rican population left the island before and after the hurricane hit and have not returned. Many who found their way to the Queen City decided to stay and rebuild their lives right here.
We followed Maria Augusto's story since she moved to Buffalo at the end of last year. She had absolutely nothing when she moved here with her fiance and 2 kids, and she even had to leave 2 of her children with their father in Puerto Rico. We caught up with her almost a year later to see how things are going. We were with them on their first Thanksgiving in Buffalo. Their first white Christmas.
The kids open the present, they wake up 4 o'clock in the morning to open, and we stay here. We're making the food and we're going to take dinner.
And now, Maria Augusto's first job in Buffalo. Maria now works at Farrah's Electric Tower Cafe.
A new project recently unveiled on the city's west side is bringing the community there together.
A huge new mural depicting the journey of Hispanic Americans and others from their homelands to Buffalo now graces 2 buildings. A new mural on Niagara Street in Buffalo serves as a story of culture and heritage.
It is especially fitting to place it on the west side of Buffalo, where there is such a mixture of heritage, languages, and cultures.
Buffalo's rich Puerto Rican culture has been celebrated with a unique festival that's taken place every year for almost half a century.
Yeah, it's called the annual Grease Pole Festival, which features music, food, entertainment, and its highlight is a very challenging and slippery 30-foot climb. Go! It's one of the oldest ethnic traditions in Buffalo. And it's also one of the most unique. Men and a few brave women of all ages race up a 30-foot telephone pole covered by a 50-gallon drum's worth of truck grease to get a prize. Some years, sausages or beer, or this year, $2,000.
I began to attend the festival when I was probably about 17, 18.
Amy Casillas Osorio remembers her first time attending the Grease Pole Festival.
It was exciting, a lot of fun, you know, all the tons of people just gather having a good time, and the music, the dancing, it was very exciting, and just watching them, you know, try over and over again to get to the top, because it was just, you know, when they were nearing the top, they were always sliding down. It was just a lot of fun and excitement.
Amy is now a member of the Hispanic Heritage Council's Board of Directors. She was born just a few blocks from the Pucho Olivencia Center, the site of the annual festival, heading into its 50th year during a very different time in Buffalo's cultural history.
There was a period of time growing up where we were not accepted. We weren't accepted, and that was evident in the way, you know, people spoke to us, the things they would say to us.
But just as the celebration off Swan Street has grown each year, Amy says it's become much more than a 3-day party with music, food, and culture capped off by a crazy climb. The diversity it now draws has become a symbol of appreciation from the broader community.
As the years went by and I saw the community becoming more accepted and diverse and we were being celebrated, it just filled me with a sense of pride. And they became more educated on our culture and realizing that we weren't here to take over and to change their ways. We were just here to be part of the community and to take our part as citizens of the community.
It is so important for all of us to celebrate our diversity so that we can better understand one another as we live and work together in our respective communities. That is what this Hidden History Hispanic Heritage Special is all about.
Thank you so much for joining us.